So you see the flow here is urgency. It drives up the pain. It answers some FAQs. Hey guys, Jason here, and in this video we are going to dissect the marketing of a solar lead generation campaign. Now I found their campaign scrolling around looking at yahoo.com. I found them through a native advertising campaign. So let's go ahead and take a look at their landing page. So the company is called Sun Value. Right at the top here they give the disclosure that it is an advertorial. Off to the right we see a kind of a subtle looking call to action. You hover over it, it turns black there. A nice big headline: how millions of US homeowners quit paying high energy bills with this $0 solar installation program. Now that sounds pretty appealing. It's basically saying it's free. And the subheader: hurry, government funding could end soon. See if your home qualifies. All right, so they're giving some urgency because this program could be over very soon. Right off the bat here, they are utilizing the pretty woman technique used to grab attention. It's supposed to work in marketing. It's supposed to be a thing. You see it a lot. I would guess that this is an AI image. The reason I say that is kind of the way the solar panels and everything look here. And in marketing, it's getting pretty popular for us to use Midjourney to create images because it just creates original images on the fly. Below the picture, they've got some bullet points. Again, the urgency here, and they've underlined 0 upfront costs. Here they're mentioning subsidized loans, tax exemptions, utility rebates for a limited time only. On the third bullet point, they're really amplifying the pain, talking about how energy prices are going up. And here we have a call to action to see what you qualify for. So here's where they get into amplifying the pain. Everyone's feeling the squeeze of inflation or whatever, just things getting more expensive. So here they're showing a chart of electricity, gas, just energy in general getting more expensive. Again, really amplifying that pain to make you want to act and do something, right? Because prices are going up. Maybe it's a good time to consider solar. Let's harness the sun and tap into that seemingly unlimited power source. Again, here amplifying the pain. So we see different things: urgency, potential free solar panels, amplifying the pain, all to get you to see what you qualify for. Here they're addressing some frequently asked questions like, is solar expensive? I myself don't know, so this is very relevant. I like how they've got this little call to action here where you select your energy bill. Let's go ahead and just select one of these and see what happens. They take us to a quiz here. Oh wow, so they're actually pulling up the utility provider, showing me the progress of the quiz. Let's say I get full sunlight. And lastly, they're asking for my phone number and saying they won't bug me. I'm not going to give it to them. So you see the flow here is an advertorial that stimulates urgency. It drives up the pain. It answers some FAQs, all to get you to take action to go through this pretty short quiz here. Let's go ahead and take a look at SimilarWeb and see what kind of traffic they're getting. 307K visits in the last 3 months. Of course, most of their traffic coming from the US. Gender is split about 50-50. We see that 55 to 64 is the #1 age target here. And when we take a look at the traffic distribution, we see almost no organic. I mean, this is a paid advertising campaign. I can tell that it's just the type of campaign designed for paid ads. Very little paid search, 25% social, but the majority of their traffic, almost 40%, is coming through display ads, and that's most likely native ads. And when we come to SEMrush, we see that they've got a little bit of organic search and no paid search. I bet the organic is mostly just their brand terms here. These guys are purely just advertising. So I think it could be a little more interesting if we jump on over to AdBeat and see what they're doing in display and native. So we see leading the pack here is Taboola Ads, so they are doing a lot of native advertising, followed by YouTube, and then a mix of Outbrain, little Google Display, Microsoft advertising. Let's just take a look at this video ad.
Do you know the US solar company's nasty little secret? Well, it turns out if you live in Nevada, they have to give you solar panels for absolutely no net cost. All you have to do is ask.
That's a pretty compelling hook. So dirty little secret, and what is that? They have to give it to you for 0 cost, and all you have to do is ask. And we're only 10 seconds into the ad, so as far as direct response, I mean, that's a pretty compelling hook. And I think this one was for Nevada, right? So it was very state specific. So if you're out there on YouTube, you live in Nevada, you know, the sun is plentiful there. So boom, they've got you in the first 10 seconds. Let's watch a little more.
Solar companies in the US are trying everything to keep this away from the public, but it's slowly leaking out. And it's all because of the Inflation Reduction Act our government announced just 1 month ago.
That's some pretty effective direct response. So government program, she names the program Inflation Response Act, I think it is. So, you know, everyone's feeling the pain of inflation. They go to the grocery store or whatever and feel like things have doubled in cost. They probably have. So again, there's that pain point. Let's watch a little more. This is a nice little direct response ad.
As a part of America's efforts to fight climate change, our government practically started handing out next generation solar panels and power walls at no net cost to anyone who qualifies.
So she explains why the solar panels are being given out, and that's to fight climate change. So she's rooting it into a real reason. She's not just saying, hey, get solar panels for free, right? Because people could be naturally suspicious, like, nah, there's no such thing as a free lunch, right? But she's explaining why, and that really taps into what people see going on around them in the news and headlines. They are entering into the conversation that's already in people's minds because, you know, people consume the news, right? So they see that all around them. So this is very relevant.
For this program. It's crazy. So if you are currently talking to any solar companies in the US, stop. Just tap below and see if your zip code qualifies and take advantage of this great.
Okay, so there's another level to this. So she's said basically, if you're talking to anyone about solar, please stop and see if you qualify for this, right? So yeah, that's a pretty compelling ad.
Easy solar opportunity before its budgets are gone.
Boom, the ad ends there. On this ad, what I probably would have done, I mean, I think it's a great ad. Someone did a really good job on this for direct response. I probably would have put a 6-second buffer at the end with a screen asking them to click. You know, just giving them a little more time, because when this ad ends, it's just going to go back into the video that they were watching. So that's my only thing that I would add there, is I would add a buffer with like a visual call to action, just to give them a little more time to click before it moves on. So let's take a look at an image ad here. California Gov will soon cover costs to install solar panels if you have a home in these zips. So again, very specific. And this woman here has to be one of the most low-key famous people on the internet, or at least in advertising, because I feel like I've seen her in a million different ads in different industries for years. For, man, I want to say at least 6, 7, 8 years. I wonder who was the first one to use her image in an ad. I mean, this is interesting. It's, you know, looks like she's a model and she's a judge. Got the flag there behind her. I mean, this is this is an iconic direct response ad. Let's take a look at one more ad. This is interesting. This is a cool image. You've got what looks like, I don't know if that's a Tesla, but it's definitely an electric car. It's in the shade under the solar panels. Looks really cool. And then it just simply says, get paid to go solar. So that's pretty compelling. It just looks cool. And you're telling me I can get paid to do this. That's kind of neat. And I know on Google actually has a targeting category called Green Living Enthusiast. So this kind of imagery could really appeal, right? Because this just looks very clean. Look how great the grass looks there. Solar panels look beautiful. They've got the electric car. Really, really nice ad. Lastly, I just want to jump over to YouTube. I searched, but I actually could not find them on YouTube. Sometimes YouTube's a little bit difficult, but we know they must have a YouTube channel because that's how you run your ads. You have to have a YouTube channel to run ads, but I do see a few videos from other channels talking about sun value. And it's this Magden Eco Energy channel, right? But that's all I could find. So what we see with sun value is that these guys are just really driving native ads and YouTube ads and just hitting you with pure direct response ads, trying to get you to take action. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. This is Jason signing off, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Edge.